Hello Twitch and YouTube friends. This is Pancakes with Bacon, and in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about music. I want to give you guys an update with what's going on with the YouTube channel that we talked about before, and also talk about some of the different things I've been working on from a musical standpoint, because I don't want to have any copyrighted music on that channel at all. So to just give a little bit of a recap and a little bit of understanding about where I'm coming from. On YouTube, well, on Twitch as well, but on YouTube, if you have a copyrighted song on your video, even if it's something from in-game or something like that, if you have it on your video, there's a chance for a few different things to happen. One is it just might be flagged, and YouTube says, oh, hey, you have third-party content in your video, letting you know, can't really monetize anything and all that kind of stuff. So any ads that show up are usually giving the advertising dollars directly to the person who owns the copyright, which makes perfect sense. Then there are other times where a video might be blocked in certain countries because of copyright, and yet still there are other times where a video might be blocked worldwide. And then there's also the possibility of the copyright holder going after you and saying, oh, hey, yeah, you're violating copyright, which technically I guess you are, even though it's, in my opinion, fair use. Regardless, they can say, you're violating my copyright, take it down, here's a DMCA, I think that's what it is, or DCMA, I can't remember what the exact term is, but here's a takedown request or a takedown notice, you violated copyright, and then that puts a strike on your YouTube record, which then causes all sorts of chaos. Nobody wants a copyright strike on their YouTube record. So, I've decided no more copyrighted material on my new, soon-to-be YouTube channel. Now, what does that mean? That means that I've got to figure out a way to create original content, original songs, without having it be a laborious process. Now, I do have some musical training. I also have been very musical from a young age, even irrespective of the training. I've done a lot of stuff with music and piano and singing and all that kind of stuff. So I do have some musical knowledge. But anybody who has musical knowledge or anybody who's worked with creating songs and things like that knows that it's not just something you snap your fingers and suddenly, oh my God, I've got a song. And for YouTube specifically, you're really looking more at backing tracks. You're really looking more at creating backup music for whatever you're doing, background music effectively. You're not really trying to write the next Billboard top hit for the purposes of your background YouTube channel. It's just not what you're doing. So I sought out a way that would allow me to create original musical content without it being a very difficult process. And I think I've come up with a way to do that. So the music you're hearing right now is actually something that I created using a software package called Band in a Box, which is something I used back when I was in high school. To give you some perspective, this thing was around back when I was in high school, so like 1999 or so. That was when I was a senior in high school, and I used it for the first time, and I thought, wow, this is the greatest thing ever, because basically you create songs by putting in chord progressions, and then the software can randomize certain things and put things together, and basically it's your song, but the random elements of it, you don't actually have to plot out each note. It creates something by itself, which I thought, great, that's awesome. Now back in 1999, it was purely MIDI, musical instrument digital interface, for anybody who doesn't know. MIDI is basically digital synthesized sounds. So the old games that you used to have to play back in the 80s or early 90s and things like that, before soundtracks and CDs became a thing, most games used computer synthesized sounds, which was known as MIDI. So back in 1999, Band in the Box was only MIDI. Since then, they have dramatically improved their software. I just got the 2016 version, and it has some high quality tracks out there. And you can, I mean, the styles run the gamut. So I ended up getting the full version because I'm a glutton and I like music, and I thought, well, why not? I'll jump in with 2 feet on that one, because I really liked the software before. So I got the full version now, and there's just so many different things you can do, and it allows me to churn out songs at a pretty rapid pace, especially from a background standpoint, because like I said, we're not going for a top 40 hit, all we're doing is trying to get some background music that will not get flagged by copyright. So I think I found a way to do that, especially because I own the song since I actually created. So that's kind of, in my opinion, a great thing. And it really frees up creatively what you can do, because now I don't have to find a free musical piece on the YouTube free music library or some other royalty-free audio library that may not fit exactly what I want to do, or it may not be the correct duration. Now I can just create it myself, which makes me all sorts of happy. But like I said, there are plenty of different styles. You can go with some sort of Quentin Tarantino surf rock kind of thing. We're making the next Pulp Fiction. You can make something that's very jazzy. You can make something that is Celtic or traditional or country or bluegrass, basically anything you want to make with enough time and effort, you should be able to do. Of course, you can also create covers if you either figure out or know the chord progressions for those songs. I'm not really going to do covers so much. I'd rather be original so that there's no potential impact or linkage between copyrighted material and what we're going to post on the new channel. So that's what my goal is. That's what I've been focusing on over the past few days, was getting back up to speed with the software, making sure that it was something that I think is going to work. It does appear as though it's something that's going to work. I'm very excited about it. It's yet again another piece of the puzzle. As you guys have been watching these videos, hopefully you've noticed that we're building a puzzle, and each individual piece is going to give us something a little unique, something a little bit better than what we had before. So we have the recording setup, we have the new computer, and now we have a way of generating music very, very easily so that we don't have any sort of copyright infractions or anything like that. So everything is a puzzle piece, and it's all coming together, and eventually all of these puzzle pieces will come together into the new channel, and then my friends, we will see some fireworks, hopefully. If not, that's okay, but we're shooting for something pretty special, and I hope that we get there, and I hope you all come along for that ride. Until next time, my friends, I hope everybody has an amazing day doing whatever it is you want to do, and I will chat with you all in the very near future. Take care, everyone.